It's back! The annual tradition of trout fishing in Texas. We spent a day at the hatchery at the Texas Parks and Wildlife, got the trout ready for stocking. Trout season is back, 40 years and counting, and it brings a new energy to the Raceway building at the Texas Freshwater Fishery Center and biologists such as Donovan Patterson.
Pretty exciting time and arduous if you're a hatchery worker, because it means we got 4 long months of work ahead of us with trout deliveries.
There's a lot of work to do before the trout are stocked. It starts with sorting smaller trout from bigger ones.
We have 2 different programs, the NFP or Neighborhood Fishing Program. Those fish are 10 to 12 inches long, and then we have the regular stockings, which are 8 to 10 inches.
The Texas Parks and Wildlife are going to stock more than 300,000 of these across the state of Texas this winter. A third of those fish will come out of the Athens hatchery. Before the first stocking, the fish are weighed,
9-8, 8-6,
and measured,
335.
and then dumped into trucks used for stocking trout in Texas lakes and ponds. And finally, the trout are released into the water.
Sometimes the bass and the crappie are not as much of good biters during the winter. So it's just a kind of novelty item, but it gets a lot of people out to go fishing.
You can tell by looking at the color on the trees that this fall has been a lot cooler than last fall. And because of the recent cold snap we've had, that means the fish, the trout, will be less stressed.
We're glad that the weather changed and it got a lot cooler early in the year than it did last year, because it means a lot less stress on the fish going into the lakes and ponds that they go into.
There are several species of trout, among them brook, brown, and rainbow. Texas stocks rainbow trout.
Brook trout and brown trout they're a lot more highly specialized to the lakes and rivers that they belong to, and it's harder to bring them in Texas. But the rainbow trout are a lot hardier in a variety of different water.
Rainbow trout are considered a pest in other parts of the country, but not here in Texas. Most of these fish will get caught before spring. The ones that survive, they become food for birds and bass.
Come spring, when it starts to warm up and the bass get hungry again and the trout get real sluggish and slow, they'll all get picked off one way or another.
All right, so here are the rules. You get to catch 5. You can use 2 poles, and we've got a list of the daily stockings that'll go through February on our website at cbs19.tv.